All right, so February is pretty much coming to an end, and we have about a month and a half left to go of the regular season before the playoffs hit. And at this stage of the season, you get an understanding of what a team is, where they stand, and their chances of title contention or even just making the playoffs in general. You have an understanding of where they rank in the NBA. So there's no going around that. At this stage, you are who you are as a team, and we have an understanding. When you take a look at the Los Angeles Lakers, for much of this season, they have been a bad team, and they have steadily gotten worse as the season has gone on. They've dealt with injuries throughout, and they continue to deal with injuries. But even when they've been healthy, they have not been a good team. They've been bad throughout the season, and things haven't gotten worse. Let me tell you something. After what I've witnessed these past few weeks with this Lakers squad, and after what I just witnessed tonight in this game against the Pelicans, it's clear as day that if you take a look at the team right now, they just look done. I don't know if they're going to get healthy and try to go for a run, if they can somehow manage to get into the play-in tournament and win their way into the playoffs. I don't know. But just the way the Lakers looked tonight and the way they played tonight, they just looked done. This team looks cooked. They look done. They have no confidence in being able to pull this around. It seems like the only person that might have confidence that they can just turn this around and pull this off and maybe potentially go on a run. The only person that kind of looks like that is LeBron. And at this point, it's just not going to be enough, man. You're asking this much from LeBron to find a way to carry this team. It's not going to happen. LeBron tonight, the only positive I can say is that he had, 32 points tonight. He shot efficient from the field, but that was it. In terms of trying to get these guys going, facilitating the basketball, he had more turnovers than assists. He had 7 turnovers. That's unacceptable. You can't have 7 turnovers in the game. Like, LeBron, again, just trying to get people involved, he just did not look good in terms of facilitating the ball today. He just was bad. And then defensively, let's not get started on that. So LeBron, again, other than scoring tonight, just did not look good. Russell Westbrook. I don't even know what to say anymore about Russ, man. This is a guy who was my favorite player to watch growing up, Well, he was one of my favorite. I'm not going to say he's my favorite. I've had several, but he was definitely one of my favorites to watch because he was so electric. He was so enjoyable to watch. And I always looked at this game and I thought to myself, with all this athleticism and the way he plays and the intensity he plays, if he could find a way to control that, slow it down, and improve his decision making and his shot selection, as well as get a consistent jump shot, if he can put all these things together, especially as he grows older, he's going to be a really great player and he's going to be an important piece to any team. Russ has not done that, man. He's not done that. Russ looks like a shell of his former self. Tonight, he had 16 points on 5 of 15 shooting. He had 1 assist to 7 turnovers. He is a point guard, and he had 1 assist to 7 turnovers. I don't know what you do with that. I honestly don't know what you do with that. Russell and LeBron easily had the worst plus minus on the court of anyone, so let's not even get on that. It's been rough. They've looked bad. But this isn't really a situation where we're pointing fingers because me personally, what really makes me think that this team is done is how they look defensively. Also, Melo had 13 points, but really, that's cool. He had a couple good shots. He didn't play bad. He played his role. But what's really making me think this team just looks done, and I'm not sure they can turn this around, is just how they play defense. They are so poor on defense. They've been terrible defensively for much of this season as a unit. And it just hasn't gotten better. They just cannot seem to play well defensively. First of all, for them, in terms of shooting, they were 7 of 34. I'm not kidding. 7 of 34 from the three-point line. That is nearly 21%. They shot 43%. Sorry, 40. It was 42. My bad. 42% from the field and 21% from the three-point line. But what they gave up defensively, they let the Pelicans shoot over 51% from the field and over 43% from the three-point line. They were letting guys hit wide open shots. They can't guard the paint. They can't guard the perimeter. Transition defense is virtually non-existent. This team as a unit just doesn't play defense well at all. They can't stop anything. They really can't. As a unit, they can't stop anything. And things are just getting worse as these games go by and as the season's winding down. Things are not getting better for the Lakers. And I feel like most Laker fans are just done at this point. You know, Anthony Davis, obviously he got injured again. He's going to be out for the next month. They're going to reevaluate him then. So by the time he'll be ready to come back, it will probably be towards the end of the season as we get ready to see the play-in tournament. And with the way the Lakers are playing right now, when they continue to lose games, I'm not sure if they're going to make the play-in tournament. They might actually not even qualify for that. They've been that bad. They can't consistently win basketball games. You got LeBron out here dropping 30-plus points, and they're getting blown out. This is unacceptable, man. This is unacceptable. Laker fans got to be done. They got to be done. And I understand it's so easy to blame Russ. And trust me, Russ has been frustrating. He's been frustrating at times. We get it. Russ is a huge, huge issue for the Lakers. It's been a problem here and there for this entire team. I know the Laker fan base are so sick and tired of Russell Westbrook. I get he's a huge issue. Missing layups, all the turnovers, all the bad decision-making down the stretch. I get it. But truthfully, the biggest issue with the Lakers is the fact that nobody really plays defense. As a unit, they do not play defense. They can't stop anybody. That is very tough to deal with. When you can't stop anybody from hitting shots, when you're leaving guys wide open, when you can't stay in front of dudes, what are you going to do? What are you actually going to do? Even if they can get Anthony Davis back, what are they going to do? They do not play well defensively. Their best defender is AD. No question. Their best defender is AD, and he's out. They do not play well defensively. This team is cooked. They're really cooked at this point. I just don't see how you turn it around. You'll still see some Lakers fans trying to say, man, if we can just get healthy, if we can work this out, we can do this, do that, get LeBron and AD together. By the time that we get to the playoffs, we got the best duo. Guys, I just don't see it. When you can't play defense as a unit, what the hell are you going to do? Take a look at the Western Conference and what they got to compete with. They lost to the Pelicans. This is a team they may have to face in the play-in tournament. What was it, the other day? I don't know if it was yesterday or the other day. They just lost to the Clippers. That's another team they may have to face in the play-in tournament. Like, bro, they're done. They're done. They're done. They're cooked. They're done. What is their record? Oh, my God. They're 6 games below 500. They're cooked, man. The Lakers, they're a terrible team. They're a terrible team. It's time to accept it. I know the media is going to continue to talk about it. I haven't really talked about the Lakers for much of this season because I haven't been focusing on it. But at this stage, we've got to just stop talking about this team. I understand LeBron's there. You want to talk about LeBron, but seriously, this team is terrible. They're done. They're cooked. There's no hope for them in terms of going on a run. They just don't play defense. And to assume that LeBron and AD is going to carry when they do not play defense as a unit, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. All it's going to lead to is a bunch of finger pointing. Because I can tell you, if they can get to the playoffs with LeBron and AD healthy, and you have LeBron playing well, you have AD doing something, then at the end of the day, if they don't win, they're going to start pointing the finger at Russ. Meanwhile, they'll give up 125 plus points, and nothing will be wrong with that. They just... The Lakers are cooked. The Lakers are cooked. They're done. Any Lakers fan that still has hope, I think it's time to accept it, man. This team's done. But that's really all I got to say about this. I just don't know what else to say about the Lakers. They just look done. With that being said, that is all I've got, and I'm out of here, man. Peace.